Sunday, March 11th, 1888, began with a deceptive calm. New Yorkers enjoyed a rare, mild day, unaware of the storm brewing beyond the horizon. Children played, carriages clattered, and the city pulsed with its usual energy. The weather forecast called for nothing more than rain or a little snow, no hint of disaster. As evening fell, a gentle rain began, and most residents settled in, expecting nothing unusual. But two powerful storm systems, one Arctic, one from the Gulf, were converging with New York directly in their path. The temperature plummeted, rain turned to sleet, then to heavy snow. Winds rose, howling through the city as it slept, oblivious to the siege about to begin. The gentle prelude was over. The city was about to face a battle with nature. By morning, New York would be changed forever. The stage was set for a catastrophe that would echo through history. Dawn on Monday, March 12th, revealed a city buried and battered. Snow, driven by hurricane-force winds, piled up in hours, swallowing streets and homes. The transformation was instant. New Yorkers woke to chaos and whiteout. Commuters who ventured out faced blinding snow, winds strong enough to knock them down, and vanished landmarks. The city's infrastructure failed. Elevated trains stalled mid-air, trapping passengers in freezing cars. Streetcars and horses were immobilized, telegraph and telephone wires snapped, and communication ceased. New York, the nation's hub, was suddenly isolated and silent. The city's relentless rhythm was replaced by the roar of the storm. Rescue was impossible. The blizzard's grip tightened. The worst was still to come. The city was cut off, its people left to fend for themselves. The blizzard had only just begun. The blizzard achieved the unthinkable. New York City stopped. By midday, snowdrifts towered over 20 feet, blocking streets and burying entire neighborhoods. Broadway and Fifth Avenue, usually bustling, were deserted and unrecognizable. Commuters stranded between home and work sought shelter wherever they could. Hotels, saloons, office lobbies. Social barriers vanished. Survival was all that mattered. Elevated trains became prisons in the sky, with desperate passengers attempting dangerous escapes. The city's pride in its technology crumbled as nature proved its dominance. Businesses shuttered, the stock exchange closed, and supplies ran out. Bakeries and butcher shops emptied. Hunger set in. The city was under siege, its resources dwindling. New Yorkers hunkered down, waiting for relief that seemed impossibly far away. The storm's siege was total. The blizzard's true story was written in human struggle. Milkmen, doctors, and ordinary citizens became heroes, braving the storm to help others or simply survive. Even the powerful suffered. Senator Roscoe Conkling's fatal trek through the snow became a symbol of the storm's reach. Mark Twain, safe indoors, later captured the surreal spectacle with his trademark wit. Most were not so lucky. Families burned furniture for warmth, trapped for days behind snow-blocked doors. The blizzard forced intimacy and reliance, forging bonds in the face of isolation. In these pockets of warmth, the spirit of endurance shone. The city's relentless pace paused, replaced by quiet defiance. Survival became a communal act. Amid chaos, stories of bravery emerged. 17-year-old Walter Allen, an apprentice lineman, led stranded train passengers to safety across makeshift ladders. For every act of heroism, there was tragedy. Over 200 New Yorkers lost their lives, many caught outside, unprepared. Fire broke out as people tried to stay warm, but firemen were helpless, their equipment trapped in snow. The blizzard's toll was physical and psychological. Fear, uncertainty and isolation gripped the city. The storm was a multi-front disaster, exposing the fragility of daily life. The city's silence was filled with anxiety for missing loved ones. The blizzard was not just a storm, but a collective trauma. Its memory would haunt New York for generations. The city's resilience was tested as never before. The East River froze, creating a perilous ice bridge between Manhattan and Brooklyn. With the Brooklyn Bridge buried and ferries halted, thousands risked the crossing on foot. The sight of people streaming across the frozen river was both desperate and inspiring. New York was cut off. No news, no supplies, no way out. The city's isolation was total. The outside world could only guess at the devastation. Prices for food and coal soared. Those with supplies held the power. The blizzard exposed the city's dependence on constant commerce and communication. The economic impact was immediate and severe. The city's modern web of wires and rails had failed. The storm revealed just how vulnerable New York truly was. Survival depended on ingenuity and grit. After 3 days, the storm relented, revealing a city in ruins. Relief was short-lived. The task of digging out was monumental. As snow was cleared, the true cost emerged. Bodies, frozen horses, wrecked carriages. Melting snow brought floods and new misery. The financial toll was staggering, over $20 million in damage. The city's infrastructure and economy were shattered. The blizzard was a wake-up call, exposing critical weaknesses. Newspapers demanded change. The city was forced to reflect. The storm became a catalyst for transformation. New York had to rebuild not just its streets, but its sense of security. The lessons of the blizzard would shape its future. The blizzard's aftermath sparked sweeping reforms. Overhead wires were buried underground, protecting the city from future storms. The failure of elevated trains fueled the push for a subway, an idea born in the snowdrifts of 1888. Emergency preparedness became a priority. City government took on new responsibilities. The storm forced officials to plan for the worst. The legacy of the blizzard is visible today, in subways, in clear skies, free of tangled wires. New York rose stronger. Its philosophy of urban design forever changed. The tragedy spurred innovation and resilience. The city's future was forged in the ice. The Great Blizzard of 1888 is a timeless lesson in preparedness. Its deadliest weapon was surprise. Today we have warnings, but must heed them. The storm exposed the fragility of modern systems. Then it was wires and trains. Now it's power grids and supply chains. Building resilience and redundancy remains crucial. The blizzard's greatest lesson is about community. In crisis, strangers became allies, neighbours became lifelines. Mutual support was as vital as any emergency kit. The storm's memory urges us to be ready to look after one another. 200 lives lost remind us of nature's power. The rebuilt city stands as a testament to human ingenuity. The lessons of the blizzard whisper through every winter wind. Be aware, be prepared, and care for each other. Share your own stories and make sure your family is ready for the next storm. Because history shows It's not if, but when. Before you brave your own storms, don't forget to join our community. Hit that subscribe button now and watch it come alive on your screen. When you subscribe, you'll get more incredible stories of survival, history and hope delivered straight to you. Like, share and ring the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Together, we learn, we prepare, and we grow stronger. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the journey.